Vikas will be our core agenda when we go in for elections. Every single tender, the ruling party, that is Shiv Sena, demands huge kickbacks. And because of these kickbacks, Mumbai is practically on a standstill. The formation of Maha Vikas Agadi is by cheating people of Maharashtra.
Subscribe to our YouTube channel and press the bell icon to get the latest updates.
Hi guys, welcome to Free Press, and we have with us Mulund's MLA Mihir Kotecha sir. Sir has been MLA since 2019, and sir has also worked for Bharatiya Yuva Morcha earlier, and currently since last 2.5 year he has been working for Mulund's people. So this interview will be majorly focused on the BMC election, and since last year sir has been raising questions, taking press conferences over various scams which are done into BMC. Some of us might have seen his interviews as well as press conferences about scams in BMC, like there was a file which was misplaced into the mayor's house. Also there was a scams in Ranichi Bagh, and also there are other scams. So we are going to ask all such questions, as well as we will see what is BJP party stand and how BJP is going to fight the election. So hi sir, thank you sir, and welcome to FPJ.
Thank you.
Yeah, so sir, the first question I would like to ask is that election is going to come in next 2-3 months. So what are the major issues on which BJP is going to fight the BMC election?
See, BJP has been exposing all these scams that have been happening in Mumbai Mahanagar Palika. And Vikas will be our core agenda when we go in for elections. Since last 25 years, Mumbai Mahanagar Palika has been ruled by Shiv Sena. And Mumbai is at standstill. Mumbai is the financial capital of India. It is a global city. But when we compare the infrastructure of Mumbai with other global developed cities, we are nowhere in line. So, roads, every monsoon we have floods in Mumbai, every monsoon we have trains that come to a halt, every monsoon Mumbai is full of potholes. This never changes.
Yeah.
And the core reason behind is that in every single tender, the ruling party, that is Shiv Sena, demands huge kickbacks. And because of these kickbacks, Mumbai is practically on a standstill. So when we go into election, we will be fighting for Mumbai, we will be fighting for Mumbaikars, and that would be our core agenda.
So you are saying that development as well as corruption done by Shiv Sena will be the major points on which BJP will be.
Yes. Developmental issues about Mumbai, how Mumbai needs to change, and why Mumbai hasn't changed.
Okay. So sir, as you already highlighted that sewage system, water logging is a huge problem in Mumbai every year, and Shiv Sena is in term since last 20 years. So if BJP comes to power, how the sewage system and water logging, which is a major problem during rainy season for Mumbaikars, how BJP will resolve that problem?
See, basically, every year we spend thousands of crores of rupees, taxpayers' money, for pre-monsoon preparations. Why don't we get results? Because almost 35 to 40% of that money is taken back in form of kickbacks. BJP comes to power, the way we have seen from 2014 to 2019, our leader Shri Devendra Fadnavis was the CM, and the way he governed the state, we will see a similar governance in Mumbai Mahanagar Palika also. We will be having an absolute transparent system. The system of kickbacks will stop. And if the kickbacks stop, you will see the result on the ground.
So you are saying that all the money will be spent for the development?
The money will be spent on actual works. What has been happening is that money is being spent, but if 35 to 40% is taken in form of kickbacks, how will that contractor who has backed the contract perform. And there is an entire cartel of these contractors who rig the tender, who fix the tender. They don't want to do the actual infra work. They just want to swindle money.
So, would you like to name anyone from Shiv Sena or any officials who are taking these
There's
kickbacks?
nothing to hide. Recently, we have seen that the standing committee chairman Yashwant Jadhav himself has bought almost 38 properties in last 2 years. In the financial year 2021 and 2022, 38 properties have been bought. Now tell me one thing. From where does his money come? And in total, the total Benami wealth is being calculated at 330 crores. Now imagine the standing committee chairman Yashwant Jadhav amassing 330 crore rupees. And I'm sure the agencies are probing further financial trails and this number will go up. So we can see where the Mumbaikars' money is going.
So another question I would like to ask about the delimitation process. So major concern is raised by the BJP when the delimitation was started, and they have changed 227 wards to 236 wards. So do you think that it is going to affect the BJP's voter base?
See, I'll tell you one thing. Mumbaikas have made up their mind. Let Shiv Sena change the boundaries. It will not matter. Every 5 years, they have been contesting elections on emotional pitch that we are here to save Marathi Manus. But I think Marathi Manus is also smart. And now, he's seen everything that is happening. And I'm very sure Mumbaikars have made up their mind. And this time, they will elect for good governance and not for a corrupt government.
Okay. But do you think that delimitation process which is done by them is fair for you or any other?
Absolutely not. We have raised very logical and valid questions. I'll give a classical example. In Mulund, there has not been any change. In Mulund T ward, there were 6 wards earlier. Today also there are 6 wards. So there was no need to change the boundary. But the boundaries in Mulund have been changed 360 degrees. All wards have been now amoeba shaped. But same thing, you just cross and go into Bhandup. Bhandup has seen only 5% change. So this clearly indicates that wherever BJP has more number of corporators, there they have tried to change the boundaries. But let me tell you, they have miserably failed because changing boundaries won't change mind of the voters.
Okay. So, in case this, currently the MVI government is in alliance, so same way all these 3 parties come into alliance in BMC election also, do you think it will be a tough fight for BJP?
See, in politics, we have seen in past also, in state like Uttar Pradesh, 1 plus 1 plus 1 is not equal to 3. At times, 1 plus 1 plus 1 is equal to 1.5. So I think the Maha Vikas Agadi, the formation of Maha Vikas Agadi is by cheating people of Maharashtra. So even if all these 3 parties come together and fight unanimously in Mumbai Mahanagarpalika elections, Mumbaikars have made up their mind and they are going to throw out this corrupt government.
Okay. So, is BJP going to ally with any party for the BMC election?
As of now, what we understand from our leaders, BJP is going solo.
So, you are saying that you will be fighting alone, you won't do
Yeah,
any
we'll be
alliance?
fighting solo, we'll be fighting alone. As of now, no alliances with any political party.
Okay, not even with MNS, the Raj Thakre, all the discussions?
No.
Okay.
Our existing partners, that is RPI, Swabhimani Paksha, our natural alliance, yes, they will be with us.
In BMC?
No new alliances.
Okay. So, just because Raj Thakre's topic is raised, so the current controversy which is going on, BJP supports Raj Thakre in this in case of that volumes on the mosque loudspeakers on the mosque should be raised down and Hanuman Chalisa.
See, we have also raised that issues that wherever the mosques are violating the
rules,
rules, their action has to be taken. because one cannot have azans at 5 in the morning at 110 and 115 decibels. So if for Hindu religious functions the sound pollution norms apply, then why not to the mosque?
Okay. So, in case of BJP doesn't get the full-fledged majority, will BJP go in the alliance, post-poll alliance with Shiv Sena or anyone? So they'll take
See, the question doesn't arise. We are fully confident that we will come with a simple majority. So, question of having an alliance with Shiv Sena doesn't arise at all.
Or taking the support from outside in case you need it there.
I don't think we'll be needing that support because Mumbaikars have made up their mind and BJP is going to come with a clear majority.
Okay. So just last two questions. So, what are the major promises which BJP wants to do for the Mumbaikars?
See, BJP has a very clear vision for Mumbai. We want to make Mumbai again. The kind of infrastructure Mumbai should have is not visible. So our target is to give Mumbai pothole-free roads, good quality roads, not with some shabby work, good sewerage system, good sewage treatment plants, clean nalas. This is what we have thought for Mumbai.
Okay. And just the one last question, that all these scams which you have raised in last whole year, so once in case BJP comes to power, will you start the inquiry of all these scams, or this is just for the election agenda?
See, I'll tell you, we have been successful in getting 3 tenders and work orders cancelled. There was a trenching contract of 556 crores. We raised a red flag, we made complaints, an inquiry was initiated, an entire process of 556 crore tender was abolished and a new tender was brought in. And Mahanagar Palika saved 108 crores after bringing in new tender. So since the tender was abolished, this was a big victory for Mumbai. Secondly, we had raised a concern of the 256 crore rupees Rani Chabag tenders where they were coming up with, 300 and it exceeded 300 crores, wherein the estimate price of 2 different tenders was 94 crores and 96 crores. And when the bids were opened, it was almost 54% higher. So in other words, almost 100 crore above the estimated price. We raised our concerns, we wrote letters, eventually there was an inquiry, and I am happy to say once again we were able to save Mumbaikars money, and this tender also was scrapped, and this has happened very recently. So similarly, many tenders where they were rigged, they were fixed, either there is an inquiry or the tenders have been cancelled. So when we come into power, there is no question that in case inquiry is already there, we shall expedite the inquiry and bring it to a logical conclusion.
Okay. And just last question, that who will be the face of BJP for BMC election? It will be Ashish Shelar sir or Fadnavis ji?
See, our tallest leader in Maharashtra is Shri Devendra Fadnavis. And all other leaders are part of his team. So there is no thing such as who will be the face. Ultimately, BJP believes in teamwork. So there is a core committee of Maharashtra which takes all decisions. Similarly, there is a core committee of Mumbai which takes all decisions.